তারা অনন্যা এবং অভাবনীয় তাদের মনোবল, যা অতিমারির মতন এক অসহায়ক পরিস্থিতিতেও ভেঙে যায় না। আজ আন্তর্জাতিক নারী দিবস, আর সিসিএন বিনোদন স্টুডিওতে আমরা উদযাপন করব সেই সমস্ত পরমাদের পরম শক্তিকে। আর তাই নিয়েই সিসিএন বিনোদনের নিবেদন অতিমারিতে অনন্যারা। অতিমারির মতন এক সংকট মুহূর্তেই কি একজন সাধারণ নারী হয়ে ওঠেন অসাধারণ? আত্মপ্রকাশ ঘটে এক অনন্যার? ইতিহাস কি বলছে? আমরা উত্তর শুনব। আমাদের মধ্যে আজ কি উপস্থিত অনন্যা শ্বেতা ঘোষ ম্যাম দিল্লি পাবলিক স্কুল শিলিগুড়িতে ইতিহাস পড়ান। আপনার কাছ থেকেই শুনি ম্যাম, ইতিহাসে সংকটে নারীরা।
ধন্যবাদ। আমি সবার প্রথমে আজকের এই বিশেষ দিনে আন্তর্জাতিক নারী দিবস 8ই মার্চ আজকে এই সিসিএন বিনোদনের পক্ষ থেকে আয়োজিত এই অনুষ্ঠানে অংশগ্রহণ করতে পেরে খুবই আনন্দিত, এবং সবার প্রথমে আমি ধন্যবাদ জানাতে চাই সিসিএনের সকল কর্তৃপক্ষকে এবং আপনাকে অবশ্যই। এখন আমি আসছি আপনার প্রশ্নের উত্তরে। আপনি বলছেন একটা অস্বাভাবিক পরিস্থিতিতে মোকাবিলা করা অথবা লড়াই করা, এটি কি আমাদের মধ্যেই আছে, নয়তোবা আমাদের পরিস্থিতি শেখায়? এবং এই বিষয়ে আমি কিছু বলতে চাই। সেটা হলো, যেটি আমি সবার প্রথমে বলবো, যে ব্যক্তি তার জীবনের নিয়ন্ত্রণে থাকে সে তার ভাগ্য নিজেই নির্ধারণ করতে পারে। এবং একজন ব্যক্তি যিনি কিনা ইতিবাচক মনোভাব সম্পন্ন, তিনি যে কোনো মুহূর্তে সকল প্রতিকূলতার মধ্য দিয়ে লড়াই করে জীবনে চলার পথে এগিয়ে চলে, এবং তার যা পদক্ষেপ, যা কিছু নিয়ে আনতে পারে সেটার জন্য তিনি নিজেই দায়বদ্ধ। এবং আমরা দেখছি অনেক সময় আমরা প্রতিকূলতার সঙ্গে লড়াই করার চেয়ে পরিস্থিতিকেই দোষী বলে মনে করি, এবং সব কিছু ভাবছি যে সব কিছুর ওপরই পরিস্থিতি আমাদের দায়ী। কিন্তু যদি আমরা ইতিহাস থেকে দেখি তাহলে আমরা এরকমই একটি উদাহরণ দেখব, সেরা জীবনের উদাহরণ আমরা বলতে পারি। সেটা হলো হেলেন কেলার, যিনি কিনা মাত্র 19 বছর বয়সে তার শ্রবণ এবং দৃষ্টিশক্তি হারিয়েছেন, এবং আমরা দেখছি তার শিক্ষকের সহায়তায়, অ্যানি সুলিভানের সহায়তায় তিনি প্রথম স্নাতক যিনি অন্ধ এবং বধির ছিলেন, এবং তিনি তার জীবনযুদ্ধে সমস্ত প্রতিকূলতাকে হারিয়ে এগিয়ে চলেছেন। এবং আমাদের উচিত ঠিক তারই মতো জীবন সংগ্রামে সমস্ত কিছুকে বিসর্জন দিয়ে আমাদের দৃষ্টিভঙ্গিটাকে এবং মনোবলটাকে খুবই শক্ত করে তোলা, যাতে আমরা খুব সহজেই জীবনে এগিয়ে যেতে পারি। এবং আরেকটু যদি আমরা অতীতের দিকে যাই তাহলে আমরা দেখব আরও বিভিন্ন সময় বিভিন্ন নারী পুরুষ বিভিন্ন ব্যক্তি খুব সহজেই তাদের পরিস্থিতিকে হার মানিয়ে জীবনে এগিয়ে চলেছে। আর একটু যদি দেখি আমরা তাহলে একটি খুব পরিচিত উদাহরণ আমি দিতে পারি, সেটি হলো ঝাঁসি রানী লক্ষ্মীবাঈ, যাকে কিনা সকলেই চেনে। তিনি তার বীরত্বের জন্য খুব প্রসিদ্ধ এবং চিরস্মরণীয়, কারণ তিনি ইংরেজদের সঙ্গে বিভিন্ন সময় বিভিন্ন লড়াই করেছিলেন, এবং তিনি আমাদের যিনি স্বাধীনতা যুদ্ধের প্রথম সংগ্রামী এবং বীর, এবং সেই সাহসিকতার জন্য আমরা তাকে চিরস্মরণীয় করে রেখেছি। এবং সেই হিসেবে আমরা বলতে পারি যে পরিস্থিতি কখনোই কোনো কিছুর মূল কারণ নয়। আমরা আমাদের সূক্ষ্ম মনোভাব দিয়ে এবং দৃঢ় মনোভাব দিয়ে যে কোনো বাধা বিঘ্নকে খুব সহজেই সরিয়ে জীবনে চলার পথে এগিয়ে যেতে পারি। এবং আমি এটাই বলতে চাই যে আমরা কখনোই পরিস্থিতির শিকার নয়, তবে শুধুমাত্র পরিস্থিতি আমাদের মোকাবিলা করার একটি হাতিয়ার মাত্র। আজকে আমার এটুকুই ধারণা আছে এই বিষয়ে।
থ্যাংক ইউ ম্যাম। Today is International Women's Day, and we in CCN Binodan Studio, we are basking in the glory of divas who have shown exceptional leadership skill during this pandemic. In this fiesta of femininity, organized by CCN Binodan. We have with us Shweta Ghosh ma'am, whom we just heard. Allow me, or rather let me have the privilege to introduce with our other esteemed panelists. On my right hand side, I have Tapushi Pal Bonik ma'am. She is the principal of DAV school. And on my left hand side, I have Dr. Sister Marina. Sister is the principal of Asha Niketan School, Rani Danga. We welcome you all to the show. And it will be now, we will be highly obliged to hear from you, ma'am, Tapushi Pal Bonik ma'am, because let me tell you, dear audience, under ma'am's hegemony, DAV school has been performing during this entire pandemic. So, ma'am, what were exactly the challenges facing this COVID, and let's hear from you.
Okay, first of all, thank you Anshuman for giving me this opportunity to be here today, and thank you Binodan, CCN Binodan, for giving me this invitation to be a part of this panel discussion on the topic Women in Crisis. So you have given me a great responsibility here to be able to speak on behalf of the entire, I would say, the community of the women teaching fraternity, I would say, those who are into this service, right? So before I speak about the women in crisis in this sector of education, I would like to first of all bring in light about the contribution of the women basically who have given their services completely during this pandemic when everything was under lockdown. Most of the services sectors were being completely locked down. They were being either stopped, no services were going on other than the essential commodities or the services which were most essential. There were two sectors, I think, which was completely open, right? In which the first one is the medical services,
Yes.
where there is a great role of women, because most of the people who are there in medical service, including the nurses and the doctors, we find that they all belong to this gender, means the women, and they have just shown their exemplary service. They have given their exemplary service. They have shown a solidarity. They have shown the actual term which we say that what is sacrifice is all about. So they have shown that also, because we have seen that all the people who were there in the medical field, they have come out as a true warrior. That's why we have given them the name the COVID warriors. So where women really plays a great role, and they have really faced a great challenge, because we know that how the people, the ladies who are working in this sector, the medical sector, they had to leave their homes, they have to leave their families, because they couldn't be with them for the safety of themselves, their family. They were supposed to be with the patients, and because of the safety issue, they remained away from their homes from days, weeks and hours. So that was something, a challenge, and the sacrifice they all did. We have also seen that many of them had to lay down their lives during this time, isn't it? But they did not hesitate. They did not hesitate. So there I am just mentioning this because for those people our heart really goes, and we really need to bow our head for their service, and our salute to those people, right, those women in particular. So that is one thing. The another sector, as I was telling you, is that which continued at work is the education sector, isn't it? When the country went down and the world went down for lockdown, and we knew that everything has shut down, within hours, within fortnight, within days, there was a sense which there was a call for all of us in education that let it be a lockdown, but learning cannot stop.
Absolutely.
The process of education, the process of learning cannot stop. So it was sensed that there is a crisis in the learning, but it cannot stop. So we particularly being the leaders and the I being a woman leader, I found that it was really very challenging that time, because I needed a kind of, there was a call that there is supposed to be a kind of transition and transformation, because we were going to shift according to the call from the traditional mode of teaching towards that online teaching, which was the need of the hour during that time. So all of a sudden the transition from that your traditional teaching to the contemporary online teaching, and the transformation in the women workforce, the teachers, that was again from the traditional way of teaching, teacher they were, the teacher, the kind of they were habituated, they needed a transformation, they needed to become more technology savvy, they needed to learn about the technology, because there were many teachers who were, maybe the young teachers, they did not need that much of learning and adaptation, but the teachers who were little on the higher side of their age, and they were not that much tech savvy, they needed to learn so many things, because they needed to work on this platform. But I am very happy to share that none of our teachers, they really hesitate to come forward and to learn this new technique, where it needed a full-time service from their end.
That's fine.
So this was the lockdown has rather engaged the women, the lady teachers, these workforce who were in this sector more during this lockdown. They had to work more, because now they needed to work for 24/7, right? Because that was the need of the hour. You were supposed to be there, at a phone call distance from your learners, because that was the way we have trained our teachers also, that you cannot stop your receiving the calls from the parents, from the children. At any point of time they needed your help. So not just that, now they needed to prepare themselves also for this new technology. Every day a new challenge was coming to them, because as and on they were increasing and then moving on this path, they found there were challenges, because the way you teach in the physical mode in the classroom was different, and when you are going on a digital media, the requirement was different. Okay, so they need more preparedness, they needed to prepare themselves more with all this kind of thing. That means they needed more engagement, they became more engaged in all these things. So there was a challenge that before, when they were going out and working, so they had set up a certain kind of pattern of living, where they know how to, as they are not just working women, they are also homemakers. This is the thing which every woman who is going to work outside, they had to play this dual role.
And in the crisis it became more stronger.
They are always playing this dual role, that they are the homemakers as well as they are the working women. So this is the dual role which every working woman has to play.
Absolutely.
And now it became more, because when they are at home, the work increased at home also. As you all understand that during those days you did not have those helpers at home, so all the work at home was supposed to be done. Also at the same time, the call from your students was also more, so it was completely a 24 by 7-hour challenge. And I think every woman, every teacher, they have taken the challenge, and they have really, I would say, come out as winners. Okay, so the way we call the people in the medical field as a COVID warriors, I call my teachers, I call all the lady teachers as the COVID warriors. Okay, during this time, not just lady teachers, all those people who have worked during these hours, they all are COVID warriors. So in the nutshell, this woman, gender, they all have come out as warriors, as winners, and they have really taken the challenge.
Great.
And they have overcome this crisis, I must say that.
It was really nice listening to you, ma'am. Ma'am particularly emphasized on education sector. In a third world country like us, গার্লস চাইল্ড এডুকেশন স্টিল রিমেইনস এ চ্যালেঞ্জ। আমাদের মতন একটা তৃতীয় বিশ্বের দেশে একটা কন্যা সন্তানের শিক্ষা এখন একটা বিরাট বড় চ্যালেঞ্জ। The challenge of this, I mean, a girl child education, we'll hear from Dr. Sister Marina. Over to you, sister.
Yeah, I'm going to speak to you on the challenges that we faced with regard to the education of girls and how we try to overcome that challenge. Now, as the health crisis unfolded, causing more socio-economic disruptions, education systems around the world were quick to react and adapt. The government also came out very soon to respond to the continuity of education and to protect the safety of learners. Education institution closures that caused increased risk for women and girls, particularly who are vulnerable to domestic violence, then early and forced marriages, transactional sex. Most of the parents, they could not find alternative systems to schools, and the mothers in the families had to spend additional time for the children at home. The crisis also hit hard for the poor, especially the girls, to continue their education. Domestic chores and the other works that need to be continued for households, maintain households and farms, prevented the girl children to get sufficient time for their learning. At this time, my concern was how to provide online education for the children and also how to retain them, as they might drop out or may not have another opportunity to continue their education due to pandemic's economic impact. Now, at this time, what I felt was that I have, though the government recommended immediately shifting to online education, Ranidanga, the area where my school is situated, most of the families, they did not have access to smartphones or internet, and primarily it were the men who were the users of smartphones. Women and girls, they had a low level of digital literacy, as well as they did not have access to technological infrastructure. So at this time, of course, I have 534 students in my school, and boys outnumber the girls. Female teachers outnumber the male teachers, but at the time of admission, it's always my concern, because the boys always, they are greater in number. So my concern is to admit all the girls who seek admission in the school, as well as also retain sometimes seats. Though there are no seats, I make it a point to retain some seats for the girls, so that girls' education does not suffer. And of course, this COVID crisis was also a test of schools' skills, alertness and flexibility. Many of our teachers were not prepared for online teaching, but they were open-minded to respond quickly and also to respond to the sudden shocks of the crisis. Teachers, they were brought together for web-based class meetings, and then coming together itself was a help for them. It was a moral boost for them, and they were able to implement the online teaching. Now, families of those students, in many of the families, it is the mother who is earning for the family, and as a result, due to the pandemic, the labors were suspended. There was no income for the families. For example, I have 2 female housekeeping staff in my school, and they are the breadwinners for the family. When the parents stopped paying the fees, we could not pay for the staff. As a result, it's not only the individual, but the family suffered. So on my part, I tried to advance as much as I could, so that they could live on a daily basis. So we, for online classes also, the teachers, they tried web-based classroom meetings, Google Meet and Zoom, though they were not so much used to it, but they came up with to come up to that situation. And in my campus, we have a hostel for disadvantaged children, where we have 49 students, most of whom are girls. And these girls, they were engaged in tea gardens during the lockdown. So what we did, as soon as the lockdown was over, we brought these girls, these students back to the hostel, and we did not want to make them suffer the learning losses. So within 3 months, of intensive coaching, we were able to promote them to higher classes. So we also try to reach out to girls through their fathers in the families, where teachers tried the text messages, voice messages, phone calls. Teachers took the help of other teachers, parents, students to contact the students so that they don't suffer educational losses, and we were able to connect to almost 99% of the student body, and they could continue their education.
Amazing.
Yeah, so from all this, what I feel is that the massive efforts that are put in a short period of time, that reveals to us that change is possible. We only need to seize an opportunity to find ways
Yeah,
to
in fact, Mahmudai bolchilen পরিস্থিতি কিছু।
yeah, to find ways to meet this crisis that the girls face in the families, and also help them to stop the learning losses and prevent dropout of girls.
Thank you, sister. We were hearing from these divas the challenges they faced and how they are still struggling because the COVID is still on. Now let's think of something very positive note. We go to you, Shweta ma'am. From history, one character, preferably if it's a woman, who have been a strong inspiration for you.
আমি এক্ষুনি আপনাকে বললাম there are
Okay,
many examples are there. So still I'm seeing that
আপনার ইন্সপিরেশন, আমি শিওর আপনার স্টুডেন্টরা আপনাকে দেখছেন, তারা খুব খুশি হবে দেখতে হিস্ট্রি মিসের ইন্সপিরেশন কে হতে পারে হিস্ট্রি থেকে।
আমি যদি একজন নারী হিসেবে দেখি তাহলে আমি ব্যক্তি হিসেবে আমরা অনেককে ইন্সপিরেশন হিসেবে দেখছি। নেতাজি সুভাষচন্দ্র বোস সবার পরিচিত, এবং আমরা তার জন্মদিবস পালনের সময় আমরা দেখি যে বিভিন্ন সময়ে সে বিভিন্ন লড়াই থেকে ইন্সপায়ার হয়েছে এবং বিভিন্ন কাজকর্ম করেছে। কিন্তু যদি আমি নারী হিসেবে দেখি মাদার টেরেসা,
Wow,
শি ইজ মাই ইন্সপিরেশন, এবং তিনি একজন বিদেশিনী হয়ে সে এই দেশে এসে আমাদের এত সব বাচ্চাদের জন্য, মানুষদের জন্য, ব্যক্তিদের জন্য এত কিছু করেছে। সুতরাং ইন্সপায়ার হয়ে আমি চাই যে আমার দেশের মানুষরা যেন তাদের দেশের লোকেদের প্রতি এটা করে, কারণ একজন বাইরের লোক এসে যদি আমাদের দেশে এতটা ইমপ্রুভ করতে পারে এবং তার সেবা আমাদের জন্য অনেকটা উপরে আমরা যেটা দেখে থাকি, এবং এই কারণে আমি বলতে চাই যে আমি ইন্সপায়ার যে একজন নারী হিসাবে কোথা থেকে তিনি আমাদের দেশের মহিলাদের কোথায় পৌঁছিয়ে দিয়েছেন, এবং তিনি অনেক মানে শিক্ষা প্রসঙ্গে আমি বলতে চাই তিনি অনেক স্কুল তৈরি করেছিলেন। চাইল্ড এডুকেশন তার কাছে একটা বিশাল বড় ফ্যাক্টর ছিল। তো তিনি সবকিছুকেই মানে সব বাধা অতিক্রম করে তিনি এগিয়ে চলেছেন।
Yes, that's Saint Mother
That's
Teresa.
why.
Ma'am, one learning that you will never forget from this entire COVID.
Yeah, as was said earlier also, like that there is nothing impossible that we see, isn't it? Something which we never dreamt of, that this kind of thing will ever come. You know, 1 year that we can remain locked down, education can stop like this, children will remain away from school. So I think one thing we learn is that be prepared for any situation that comes to you.
Sister, any message that you want to give to our parents on girl child's education?
I would encourage all the parents to see you appreciate your girl child and see that you give them the best education, so that today it is the girl who will look after the family, the girl who will look after the parents. So I would advise all the parents, your girl child is your treasure, so look after your girl child and give her the best possibilities, best opportunities and best education.
থ্যাংক ইউ সিস্টার। আপনারা দেখছিলেন সিসিএন বিনোদনের নিবেদন অতিমারিতে অনন্যারা। আমরা শুনছিলাম তিনজন অনন্যার তাদের অতিমারিতে সংগ্রামের কথা। আমরা তাদেরকে কুর্নিশ জানাই তাদের সংগ্রামকে। আমরা আরও কুর্নিশ জানাই, তাপসী ম্যামের কথাও এটা উঠে এসছিল, সেই সমস্ত নার্স এবং মহিলা সাফাই কর্মীদের যারা কোভিডে অনর্গল লড়ে গেছে আমাদের জন্য। তাদের সবাইকে সিসিএন বিনোদনের তরফ থেকে অনেক অনেক ধন্যবাদ, কৃতজ্ঞতা এবং শুভেচ্ছা। আমরা এবার একটা নেব ছোট্ট বিরতি, ফিরে আসবো আরও তিনজন অনন্যাকে নিয়ে। আপনারা সঙ্গে থাকুন এবং এই তিনজন অনন্যার থেকে আমরা এখানে অনুমতি চাইব। আপনাদের সবাইকে আন্তর্জাতিক নারী দিবসের অনেক অনেক শুভেচ্ছা।
Thank you.
ধন্যবাদ।